yenwemu niemfa exclusive latest ayebo e de bro ye be share on TikTok no Sportslink Ghana on YouTube no and also Sportslink Ghana yenko fa latest ene e wo ho e de ma.
The last two coaches I find no me defensive coaches. The last two coaches I find e Blaster. Now we defensive coaches. Me no nyina ye call tournament no so we combine here we need one match pe. Until we don't need a defensive coach.
Jose Peisero defensive?
Yes. So about tournament will be anywhere. I think it's only in the final no concede 2 goals.
How about defensive they call final? I say
no, you know, I'm saying that Yakobi and see until we cannot stick to a defensive coach again. Otto Addo was a defensive coach. Chris Hughton was a defensive coach.
Andy Otto Addo is a defensive coach.
Otto Addo, your ball in a bunny in a pony. Your ball in a bunny in a pony.
I think that there were matches he opened up. And there were matches at least it defends based on the opponent. Now
the same thing applies to Jose Peisero, but in all he's a defensive coach. Jose Mourinho doesn't defend in all his games, but in all he's a defensive coach. Otto Addo games in the end he attack here.
We attacked Korea. It was
Korea
the match about
yes.
Korea.
Yeah, we attacked against Nigeria. Yeah, we attacked.
Debut, I mean, can't say attack you. Don't see a case will be. They go to me on attack match. What attack games? They just say Mourinho attack games. So I share Mourinho only game defining games no defend it. Just said you. Mourinho only game defining moments no defend it. To sit no attack it.
Say.
They me person me
game defining moment now.
Just say game where the no defend it. Christy in the game no defend it. And I'm a boy. But he's a defensive coach. And there was no defensive coach who defends in all his games. But the point is that the last 2 coaches that we employed, they are defensive coaches. And my opinion is that per the talent that we have, we need to build. And if you are building, you need a more attacking-minded approach. And yet, media build your team. Saying Kobe never best started for fraud, yeah, agreed. But in the last 2, you know, now with the same plan, the same system, the same structure.
What defensive, what attacking game, and you know players now also. Any opponent have Kakusia. And the other man which is a bit more defensive, and I may attack.
The fact
that there's a teams and media saying a mayor. Your defensive coaches are almost the trophies. Almost style, no, I did the trophies be brave. No, is it not true?
Me, I'm not saying defensive coach.
I didn't Jose Mourinho on you.
No, me can't say defensive coach in you. And no, I want
to. So also my father because of defensive coach.
Me see, yeah, talent na you want. Talent na you want.
Also my father also Peisero because of defensive.
Yes.
It means I won't pen on.
And I me say, no, and you can't say it.
Now this is me.
Me say, your materials na you want, your talent na you want. You need a more attacking coach to construct.
Okay.
Me can't say, on the entire be defending you know. There are games what I attack it too. But you look at the squad that are available. Nigeria man farm it for that tournament. No. Unless you will be on the central mate for that. But he was forced to play centrally. Because now in frame Freddy did in York. And he was forced to defend. That is why he chose to go in for a 3-back plan.
Okay.
But I'm saying that the last 2 coaches that we've employed, they were defensive. All right. In the tournament that we played, we only won against Korea. Menyacho second in Yahweh match, a Korea match.
Okay.
Blaster match. Not even against Brazil with Ronaldo, Kaká, Ronaldinho, and Adriano. But any Korea, and me hear Blaster match in Komosada. My point is that Jose Peisero is a good coach, but you know, we will need a more attacking coach to reconstruct our Blasters.
Oh well, and I'm narrow. Some people would be carried back and no good idea.
Is she off? Obi defensive no. Yana Edin Kakra. Sometimes you ask yourself, I think the way you said no is the Zade. Normally, you look at your materials available, you look at the opponent, not decide how you go into the game. Chris Hughton so defensively. Maybe he assembled attacking-minded players and decided to play defensive. Because in a game, I saw a lineup now over Jordan Ayew, Semenyo, Inaki Williams, Kudus, Majid Ashimeru. 5. And I'm saying Baba Idrisu was the number 6.
Or Salih Abdul Samit.
Yes. And to ocean a lineup now, clearly this is not somebody who wants to go in and defend. But you ask yourself, say, when the opponent is taking the game to you, what will you do? It me imagine that the emphasis should be on results. Then obey my results. Only gonna social by any near my baby yempeno, but a dear na me penny ye party saying can echna Manchester derby come I'll miss him because my dream say when him search boss and the bossing ibia we Ubonso obe sit back throughout the game and then take you on the counter and end up getting a good results. And normally coaches now so many defensive. My dream say a person will attack they are easily able to attack. But when we attacking minded pan on Pempi, ne hunchile now so on rame defender ya neding. So I think that if Jose Peisero is available and is within our means, he's one of the coaches we can consider. Wow. Especially looking at his experience. Our Benyawo, nya baby to say Nigeria. Ghana and Nigeria, near my baby. Language wise, everything. So somebody who has the experience with the Super Eagles, I think that me name the more money in a party company I've not read. But I think on paper, he looks a credible candidate.
Ntiasia nyejuma. Ewo krata 7 wa ntiasia nyejuma. Enwa minyesho say non performance. Omuntu mi nkasa after AFCON.
The contract let's say nanko so through semi-final to try.
Or try. Skasem any sanu marketing kitibi na ntiasia nyejuma. Awo.
Sergio, for me I'm not for Jose Peisero. I'm not for Jose.
Why?
Sergio, he said the end he's a defensive coach. And the materials we have, we need someone who will help bring our players more talent in there. With this said yes, Franco set up me. Games like this, we will say with attacking minded players, but near defending.
Okay.
And for me, I'm not for Jose Peisero.
Okay.
I'm not for Jose Peisero.
All right.
Maybe lineups Nigeria. Was it so defensive minded?
So Franco, there's a difference between selecting players and you operate for games. So Ghana, we players now to say they now can. Typically, in terms of technical abilities, it was an attacking material.
Okay.
But he gave me defended.
The approach.
Nigeria for where almost all defense and yet. So straight away they need to go in for Kevin Bassi, Trust Ekon, Sami Ajayi, with my player Olaina
and then
Sanusi. A midfield of Alex Iwobi and Frank Oyenka with Adimula Lukman, Vito Osimhen, and then Simon Moses.
Yes. Okay. I didn't see games Nigeria were so much outplayed. Say opponent in the Kita born in Nigeria set it back.
Sir, yes, in the final they were played.
South Africa outplayed Nigeria.
Yes.
Even
Angola.
Yes, Angola outplayed Nigeria.
Angola.
Yes.